All right, so welcome to this video. Today we'll be looking at a question on sets, okay, that we can easily answer if we draw a Venn diagram. Okay, so it's an applicational question, okay, especially for those who are doing programs like medicine, pharmacy, okay, any health-related program. This is a very good question to test your understanding of mathematics. Okay, so let's do the question. Okay, we'll explain the concept and then we'll do the question. So the question says a health survey involving 120 adult patients attending the outpatient department of a teaching hospital was conducted to investigate the prevalence of hypertension, diabetes, and obesity. In the survey, 68 patients were diagnosed with hypertension. So I just said H for hypertension, 68. Okay, 54 with diabetes. So D, 54. 46 with obesity. So obesity, we have 46 people. Okay, it was further established that 30 patients had both hypertension and diabetes. So H intersection D, we had 30 people there. Okay. And then 25 had both hypertension and obesity. So hypertension intersection obesity, we had 25. And then 20 had both diabetes and obesity. So diabetes intersection obesity, we had 20. Okay. And then while 12 had or were diagnosed with all the three conditions. So meaning hypertension intersection diabetes, intersection obesity, we had 12 patients. Okay, so now we have to know the set notation to use here. So here we are counting the number of people that had a certain disease, right? So just don't write H is equals to this. No, you put this in modulus to indicate that you're talking about the cardinality of those people that had that disease. So just put them in modulus like that or in bars when you'll be writing them. Okay, so that the one who is marking actually knows that you know what you're doing. Okay, so that shows that it's the number for those people who had hypertension, number for those people who had diabetes and the like. Okay. All right. So now the first question here, let's say represent the above information using a Venn diagram, clearly showing all the regions. So here we have how many sets? We have 1, 2, and then 3. So we have 3 sets, right? So I'm just going to draw a Venn diagram that has 3 sets. So I'm going to say this one here is for hypertension, and then diabetes, and then obesity. Okay, so H, D, and then O. Okay, and that will be the universal set like that. Okay, so the universal set we indicate it by U or E, whatever you choose. Okay, so whenever you're given such a question, guys, always start with the part that has the intersection for every set, all the 3 sets that have been talked about. Okay, so here we said H intersection D intersection O had 12 patients. So that's why I'm going to start feeding in this my Venn diagram. So where is that part that intersects everything? It is this part here. Okay, you can see it is in D, it is in H, and it is also in what? O. So that's where I am starting. So here I have 12 patients. Okay, and then now, before you write the intersection of H and D or H and O or D and O, okay, you have to consider the number that you've been given. So remember here, for example, the number of people that had hypertension and diabetes, okay, they were 30. But when you look at this Venn diagram, okay, the intersection between hypertension and diabetes is actually this part, right? And you can see that in that part, there's already a 12 there. Okay, so what is the missing number that we should put there? We're going to subtract 30 minus the 12 that is already there. Okay, so 30 minus 12 is going to give me what? Okay, so 30 minus 12 gives me 18. So the 18 is what I put there. Okay, so that the intersection for these guys, if I add, gives me a total number of what? Of 30. Okay, what about D intersection O? It had 20. there, but there's already a 12 there. So 20 minus 12, I'll get 8. So that when I add this intersection for D and O, I still get my 20. Okay, and it will be the same thing that we'll do for H and O. So H and O had 25, but there was already a 12 there. So 25 minus this 12, I get a 13. So that in this intersection for H and O, I have what? I have 25. Right, so we filled in that, okay? And then now we go to the individual sets. Okay, remember they said 68. Okay, they said 68 had hypertension. Okay, 68 had hypertension, but out of those 68, we've already put these numbers there. Okay, we've already put those numbers there. So how are we going to find the other part there? Okay, we're just going to subtract 68 minus 18 minus 12 minus the 13 that is already there. Okay, so let's do that. So 68 for the hypertension minus the ones that I've already put there, minus 18 minus 12 and then minus 25. So that will just leave me with a 25. So the 25, I'll put it there. So these ones here are the only ones that had hypertension only, okay? But the rest of the 66 had hypertension and then some other disease. Okay, so we do the same for the diabetes here. So for the diabetes, we had a total of 54, but we've already put 18, 12, and 8 here. So what will be the number that we'll put there? Okay, I'm just going to say 54 minus 18 minus 12 minus 8. So that will just give me a 16. Okay, what about those that had obesity only? Obesity, we had 46, but we've already put 13, 12, and 8. So I'll say 46 minus 13 minus 12 minus 8. So that will just give me a 13 there. Okay, so does these numbers here add up to what we had? Remember, the total here was 120. So total was 120. Okay, so when I add all these numbers, am I going to 120? So I'll just add them. So 25 plus 18 plus 16 plus 13 plus 12 plus 8, this one, plus 13. Okay, so when I add everything, okay, when I add everything inside here, I get 105. So it means of these 120 patients, okay, 105 had at least one of the diseases, right? Okay. So it means where are the others? It means the others did not have any of these diseases. So you say 120 minus 105. Okay, you're just going to get a 15. So 15 people had none of these diseases. So you put it outside there, the 15, so that when you add everything here, you actually get 120. Okay, so we are done with our Venn diagram. So that was part A. Okay, I can now erase all this. So part A, we are done. The Venn diagram is there. Yeah. And then once you just have the Venn diagram, it will be very easy to find the rest. So B, find the number of patients who had exactly one of the three conditions. Okay, find the number of patients who had exactly one of the conditions that are given there. Okay, so what does it mean exactly one? So exactly one, they just mean those patients who had either hypertension only or diabetes only or obesity only. So, and those numbers, you can clearly see them here. It's just diabetes only, I mean hypertension only, diabetes only, obesity only. So those who had exactly one of the three conditions, they're just going to add these numbers. Okay, so B, okay, exactly one of the conditions. We're just going to have what? 25 plus 16 plus 13. So this will just be equals to 54. Okay, what about C? C, they said, determine the number of patients who had at least one of the conditions. Okay, at least one. So what does at least mean? Okay, what does at least mean? So at least means we find the number of patients who had either one of the diseases or two of the diseases or even three of the diseases. Okay, so simply meaning we're just adding everything here. All the people that had the disease, we add this, and we actually said that was 105, right? Okay, so you just add all the regions inside the circles there. So I'll say at least one condition. Okay, at least one condition, we're just going to have 105 patients. Okay, what about D? D, they're saying how many patients had hypertension, but neither diabetes nor obesity. Okay, so that one it should be very simple. So they just want those who had hypertension only. So these ones are what? 25. 25 patients. Okay, E, which is the last question, they're saying the hospital plans to enroll patients with two or more of these conditions into a special monitoring program. Okay, how many patients qualify for this program? So the key is here. They have said patients with two or more of these conditions. Okay, so two or more of these conditions, we are just going on the intersections. So these ones have two, these ones have two, these ones have two, these ones have three. So it's what they're saying or more. Okay, so I'm just adding those numbers there. So I'll just say two or more. K will be equals to 18 has 2, 13 has 2, 8 has 2, and then 12 has 3. Okay, so when I add all these numbers, I'm getting a 51. Okay, so those are the patients that qualify into that particular program there. All right, so we're done with this question. Okay, so if you'd like to access more practice questions, okay, you're free to actually register on our website, which is discretelearning.com. So if you've never actually seen our website, you can simply just go to Chrome. Okay, so this is Chrome, and then you type in discretelearning.com, and then you click search. Okay, so once you search, this is the website it comes about. So if you do not have an account, just simply create an account, right? So just put in your details, your name, your email, and you set up a password for your account, and then you log in. So once you log in now, you see something like this. So we offer a lot of courses, but for those doing their first year university lessons, then there's math, there's chemistry, there's physics, there is biology. Okay, so if, for example, you want to subscribe for maths, you can for math, I mean, you can come here and subscribe for that math. Okay, so just click on the math there. Okay, you can see there are different folders here. So there are specific folders for those who are at certain universities. For example, if you're at Apex, you're doing first semester, you come there. Uh, if Apex second semester, come there. If UNILAS first semester, come there. If UNILAS second semester, come there. But for the rest of the universities like UNZA, CBU, Murungushi, Mukuba, and all these other universities, just go in general mathematics. Okay. So for example, if I go in the general mathematics, I'm going to find topic lessons, summarize notes, tutorial sheets, past quiz tests, and exam papers. So these ones, we've organize them in such a way that they are fully exam focused. Okay, so meaning that once you watch these videos, then you'll be able to pass your quizzes, your tests, all the exams, because we cover the important things that you have to you have to know. So if you go in the topic lessons, you'll find that all the topics that you can think of, okay, in first year, they're there. The videos are already there. Okay, so set theory, you can mention any trigonometry, binomial expansions, matrices, coordinate geometry, vectors, series and sequences, everything is there. So you can learn using these videos at your own time, at your own pace, even in your blankets. Okay. And if you want tutorial sheets, again, you just go to the folder for tutorial sheets. You're going to find fully solved tutorial sheet there. If you want the past papers, you go in there, folder for the past papers. You're going to find fully solved past papers. All right, guys. So make sure you are subscribed and start learning at your own pace, at your own time, even in your blankets. Also, check out our YouTube channel. Okay, so let me just search for it here. So I'll just say, let me go to YouTube first. Okay. Okay, so just search Discrete Learning Institute here. Okay, once you search, this channel will come up. So make sure you actually subscribe. Okay, so just click on Discrete Learning Institute here. Actually, you're going to find a lot of videos. You can see, so these videos are free for everyone, so you can watch them. So you invite your friends to this channel, send them the link, they subscribe, and we'll be posting some free videos there that can actually help you in your studies. Okay. Another channel that you should check out is my channel, Tutor Solutions. Okay, so Tutor Solutions, this is the channel here. And again, here we have a lot of videos. Okay, you can see the videos here. These can help you learn at your own time, at your own pace, even in your what, even in your blankets. So I have a lot of courses that I make videos for. All right, guys. So please, if you're finding challenges with the NS or pre-med first year, okay, I've given you the solution there. So it's just an action that is required from you. So subscribe to the website and you'll see your grades improve. So if you want to subscribe, you can contact me on this number, 0779 96, 40, and then 10. Okay. Or you can simply subscribe by yourself. Just check the link in the description below here. So it's going to give you a video that will show you how to pay, how to create the account, and have access to this. Okay. So once you pay, you also be added to a WhatsApp group, okay, where we offer live lessons. So interactive lessons where you can ask questions and the like until you understand. All right, guys. So this has been to the Poor Solutions. Until next time, I was there for you.